Hello, good morning to all. We have to study refrigeration and air conditioning subjects topic. Simple air refrigeration system without evaporative cooling and with evaporative cooling. In this video, we have to cover two process cycle without evaporative cooling and with evaporative cooling system. Here two topic to be covered: introduction of the systems, schematic diagram of simple air refrigeration system without evaporative cooling, TS chart, working of without evaporative cooling systems, cycle process, steps, applications, schematic diagram of air refrigeration system with evaporative cooling, TS diagram of these cycles, working and cycle process. Introduction base for what is the air refrigeration system with and without operative cooling system. In earlier attempts of the mechanical refrigeration, the air was selected as a cooling medium due to its free availability and being absolutely safe. The very past condition, the cooling system are working based on atmospheric air because of is freely available from the nature and completely safe. Such air refrigeration system were originally used for cooling of cold storage in ship and theater, most probably in past using as a ship and theaters. These systems are bulky, had low COP and high operational cost because of there is a requirement more and more size components. Cooling process are very slow. High quantity of the air required to be compressed. For this compression process, we have to require a heavy equipment that is a bulky and has a low COP. Due to its major disadvantages and development of liquidifiable chemical substance processing better thermodynamic property than air to act as a refrigerant, the air refrigeration system were discarded. In present day, the most of refrigeration system based on working VCR, vapor compression refrigeration system. It's a low in size and create a higher pressure. So it's a give a higher COP and maximum refrigeration effect or cooling effect. So that is a very easily and usefulable VCR system in compared to air refrigeration system is very low COP. In that present days the air refrigeration system are discarded from the domestic and industrial uses. However, in recent year, due to the development of improved turbo compressor of high efficiency and low weight, the air refrigeration system are now again being used for air conditioning or of aircraft and missiles. Present days, the air conditioning system for an air refrigeration system used in aircraft because of the we have to using as a turbo compressor inside the aeroplane or any aircraft, we can say as a propeller. In the present days, there is a heavy efficient compressor. Thus, that is we have to using an air refrigeration system in aircraft. This is the figure of simple air refrigeration system without evaporative cooling. What is the meaning of evaporative cooling with and without? With of evaporative cooling, that we have to apply more cooling effect after the condenser process. That's called as a with evaporative cooling. But we have to not applying a excess process like as a subcooling process, that's called a without evaporating process. There is the figure of the air refrigeration system without evaporative cooling. There is the TS diagram for without evaporative cooling. T means temperature and S means entropy. This is the process of like as a aircraft propeller, where is the air enter inside the propeller, then after the compressed by the main compressor, then after that goes to a combustion chamber and air cooling space, which we have to require a refrigeration effect inside the aircraft cabin. Then after this gas is passed through the gas turbine at the exhaust level. First we have to start from the initial as a TS diagram, temperature and entropy. First there you have to show that the P1 is the ambient air pressure. Ambient air pressure means that at higher latitude the plane or any aircraft are flying, there is a low pressure compared to ground level pressure. That's called as ambient pressure. There is a density of air is low, pressure is low, means that we have to consider 1 bar pressure at the ground level. At the high latitude there is a less than of 1 bar pressure. Then after the PC means cabin pressure. Inside the aircraft there is one cabin where two passenger sitting arrangement. There is a cabin pressure. Then after the actual pressure of frame, when the surrounding air pass through the propeller and comes into the inside of the propeller, that's called a ram air. The ram air we have to mention is a P2. Then after the ideal ram pressure, before the compression process, the air is near about the main compressor, that's called a ideal ram pressure P2. Then after the process is compression. After the compression process, the air is passed through the combustion and next air is passed for in the cooling, which we have to require to produce a cooling effect. There is a in heat exchanger. This is the in heat exchanger. We have to remove the excess heat from the air. We have to go step by step which process occurs in the system. Next slide we have to mention working. First, the surrounding air pass through the propeller. The propeller is passing at a higher velocity through in atmospheric condition where plane is flying near about the velocity of the air. We have to consider as nearly 250 to 300 km per hour. This kinetic energy converted into the pressure energy inside the propeller. That we call as a ram pressure. The kinetic energy converted into the potential energy. That's we have to call as a ram pressure. Then after the ram air is passed through the main compressor. The first P1 is ambient pressure. Then after the air pass into the propeller, that's called as a ram pressure P2. And then after the air is passed through the main compressor, the process during atmospheric condition ambient pressure 1 to process at 3. First is a ambient pressure, second is a ram pressure, and third is a after compression process. This process is 3 after compression process. After the compression process, air is passed through the combustion chamber and next is passed through the heat exchanger where we have to remove excess heat from the air. This is the heat exchanger. The air is passed through the heat exchanger. For heat exchange, we have to give additional air from the propeller is here to cool down the air. There is a air to air cool down and non-mixing process inside the heat exchanger. Here we cooling process is air to air and non-mixing process inside the heat exchanger. This air is after cooling process. This cooling process is not we have to as a refrigeration effect. This cooling process means we have to additional heat remove from the air which was generated in the main compressor. Then after the air is passed through the cooling turbine. What is the fundamental of cooling turbine? We have to give pressurized air and expand suddenly. The pressure and temperature are both goes to a down. There is a call as a throttling process or expanding process. This process give a lower temperature of the air, and this air we have to use is a inside the cabin for produce a refrigeration effect. This air pass of the cooling turbine and cooling turbine to air. The graph is mentioned. Process 4 to 5 is expand process or cooling turbine process, and process 5 to 6 there is a cabin pressure. We have to drawn this cooling air into the cabin. For running of cooling turbine, we have to give the ram air from the heat exchanger out at atmosphere with some initial propeller, which will give the initial rotational of the cooling turbine. Next, we have to show this type of the all working in writing form. Working surrounding air at the aircraft velocity enter the diffuser where the kinetic energy converted into the pressure energy. This compression called as a ram pressure. The part of ram is drawn for a cooling of air in the heat exchanger, and remaining air is compressed into the main compressor. It is divided into two sides, the main compressor air and remaining air is a ram air. These ram air are used for to cool down the heat exchanger, which we have to compress air coming from the compressor. Next is the turbine power is used to drive the main compressor and the other equipment of the aircraft. The bleed of the cabin cooling compressor is first cooled into the heat exchanger by the ram air. Then it's further expanded into the cooling turbine where the temperature of air is reduced due to its expansion. Then it is finally supplied to the cabin cooling. For a cooling turbine, we have to apply the higher pressurized air and expand suddenly, so it's give a cooling effect and lowering the pressure. The work of expansion of cooling turbine is used to the drive air cooling fan which drawn the ram air through the heat exchanger. Simple air cooling system is useful for ground surface air cooling and aircraft at a low speed. We have to next so that the cycle process. First process is ram compression. The air velocity is a kinetic energy and pass into the propeller, which will convert kinetic velocity to pressure energy. The surrounding air pressure P1 and temperature T1 enter at the aircraft at velocity C1. This portion is known as a diffuser section, which is the kinetic energy is ideally converted into the pressure energy P2 dash, which was represented in the isentropic process. Means isentropic compression occurs into the propeller diffuser part. We have to define efficiency for all the actual pressure rise and ideal pressure rise. There is the pressure difference P2 minus P1 and P2 dash minus P1. P1 is the ambient air temperature and P2 pressure is the ram pressure and P2 dash is the ideal pressure of the ram. The next process is the compression process 2 to 3. Isentropic compression process in the compressor is represented by the process 2 to 3 in TS diagram. The actual compression process is 2 to 3 and the main compression process represented by 2 to 3 dash. At the work of compression is MA, mass flow rate of the air, CP, compression process specific heat at constant pressure, and delta T, temperature difference during the compressor inlet and outlet T3 minus T2. Next process is the cooling In heat exchanger process, the compressed air is cooled by the RAM air and the heat exchange at a constant pressure. That is the cooling process in heat exchanger. We have to maintaining a constant pressure and reject the heat to atmosphere. That's the Q rejected or QR for the heat exchanger. M mass flow rate, Cp specific heat at constant pressure into delta T. Delta T is equal high temperature minus lower temperature, T3 minus T4. The next cycle process is expansion process in cooling turbine. The expansion process is PC, cabin pressure. Isentropically efficiency of cooling turbine is. The expansion process occurs in a cooling turbine where we have to lowering the pressure and temperature. The work of turbine is M into delta H. M mass flow rate and enthalpy H4 minus enthalpy H5. The cooled air from the cooling turbine is supplied to cabin of aircraft where it gets heated up and maintain the cabin pressure T6. The end of the chart T6. The constant pressure heating process is represented by process in chart 5 to 6. The refrigeration effect is equal to MA into delta H, enthalpy difference between the higher enthalpy minus lower enthalpy, H6 minus H5. The process cycle we have to represented by COP. The COP of refrigeration air cycle, refrigeration effect RE divided by work done to compressor. MCP delta T divided by MCP delta T, CP specific heat at constant pressure, T6 minus T5, that's represented as a refrigeration effect, and work done is represented by T3 minus T2. The final equation for that the COP is T6 minus T5 divided by T3 minus T2. Next we have to show the simple air refrigeration system with evaporative cooling. There is a one component add in the past cycle, only one component evaporator for an give a additional cooling. That's the cycle name is simple air refrigeration system with evaporative cooling. The all parameter, all working substance principles are same. Only we have to add only one evaporator in the cycle process. This is the first surrounding air pass through the diffuser part and actual ambient air pass into the diffuser and convert into the RAM pressure. At a higher latitude, the aircraft is moving with some velocity. There is a kinetic energy to converted in a pressure energy. This air pass through the main compressor, and main compressor is the air pass through the combustion chamber and heat exchanger. Here the remaining air from the compressor RAM air is passed to cool down the cooling space air. This air pass additionally into the evaporator. There is a one type of the subcooling substance. First we have to consider the surrounding temperature for is 25 degree centigrade. After the compression process is the temperature is near about considered as a 70 degree centigrade. After the heat exchanger process, the temperature is nearby considered as a 35 centigrade, in which we have to give the additional cooling by evaporator. The 35 centigrade temperature enters this air into the evaporator and exits from this place. It have to consider as a 30 centigrade temperature. The 5 degree of temperature difference we have to give as a subcooling process. This subcooling process give a higher refrigeration effect inside the cabin. This is the process name and TS diagram. First point is ambient pressure at atmospheric air at high latitude. P2 is the ram pressure. P3 compression. After compression pressure, this is the fourth dash is the first heat exchanger process. After the first heat exchanger process, the point is 4 in the 4 dash, and the point 4 is after the evaporation process. Point 5 after expansion or turbine cooling turbine process, and this point is 6 is the cabin pressure. Process 1 to 2 days is idle rim compression. Process 1 to 2 days. Idle rim compression process. Process 1 to 2 is the actual rim compression process. Process 2 to 3 days. 2 to 3 days is isentropic compression in main compressor, and 2 to 3 is the actual process in the compressor. Process 3 to 4 days. 3 to 4 days means the first heat exchanger process inside the heat exchanger where we have to remove the heat, and process 4 days to 4 is the after evaporator process, means we have to get the additional cooling process. Constant pressure air cooling by refrigerant in evaporator. Process 4 to 5 days. Process 4 to 5 days. This is the isentropic expansion in cooling turbine, and process 4 to 5 is the actual expansion process. Process 5 to 6. Constant pressure heating of the air to cabin temperature T6. Cycle analysis, the all terms for ram air, main compressor, heat exchanger, evaporative cooling and cooling turbine, the process are same. We have to let to go for the final equation is that analysis. Let MA is equal to mass flow rate of the air from main compressor into the heat exchanger. Q is equal to cooling load in the cabin air, TR turn of refrigeration. Then the MA 211 Q divided by CP T6 minus T5 kg per minute. Here to we have put the 211 into Q. 211 divided by 60, that's we have to convert unit kg per minute to second, means kilowatt. Power required for the cooling system, P is equal to mCp delta T, m mass flow rate, Cp specific heat at constant pressure, and temperature difference T3 minus T2 by unit kilojoule per minute. The COP of this refrigeration system is 211 Q divided by MACP into T3 minus T2. The application of this air refrigeration system is external heat gain due to the solar radiation, internal heat gain due to the electrical and mechanical equipment used, is heat released by the occupants, repeated this sentence, increasing in air temperature caused by the air pressurization using in aircrafts. Earlier air cycle refrigeration systems were bulky due to the use of reciprocating compressor with low coefficient of performance. However, due to the advent of efficient rotary compressor and turbine which could handle large volume rates, air cycle refrigeration systems have become a compact with low weight to power ratio. Thank you.